Hey guys, would you like to listen to a story? Well, I have one in mind for you for this type of holiday. We're going to be reading Mr. Easter. Mr. Easter was very smart and very great at organizing parties, especially at Easter. He's good at hunting eggs filled with chocolate. That's how good he is with organizing Easter. He lived in a house shaped like a mushroom with designs that you can see on Easter eggs. If you haven't been to his garden, he has plants with planting chocolate and had a water fountain with a ghost statue. And his bushes and trees were light green and pink. It was odd. You had to get a little Easter effect to where he lives. And every night before Easter, Mr. Easter wouldn't get any sleep. He would have to write the address to anyone's house and then grab the Easter eggs and throw them in the wagon. Then he would leave the house, and when he arrived at the house, he had to check the address. And when he went inside everyone's house, he would hide the egg in a separate place, whether it be in the bedroom, or bathroom, or living room, or even the kitchen. When he was finished, he would move on to the next house, check the address, and do the same thing over and over again. And when he was done, he would feel tired that he needed a rest. One Easter morning, after breakfast, he was planning one of the best things people would do on Easter, an Easter egg hunt. So he went through the paper's instructions and got puzzled. It was a lot to do. So he called in his best friend, Mr. Impossible. Mr. Impossible was someone who would do anything impossible, like turn invisible, or fly, or change color. He would even walk on trees. How impossible. Hello, said Mr. Easter. Can you help me with this Easter egg hunt that I'm planning tomorrow? Sure thing, said Mr. Impossible. In no hurry at all, Mr. Easter wrote his address so Mr. Impossible could know what it is. Then he left the house, and that evening he went to Mr. Impossible's house. Checked the address to make sure it was him. I've heard that you are planning an Easter egg hunt, said Mr. Impossible. I'm free to help for the night. Can you sleep in my bed? Mr. Impossible left his house, and Mr. Easter went inside Mr. Impossible's house and went to bed, but he could not get any sleep. He was worried in where all the Easter eggs would be hidden. What if they were hidden in the sky, or in the lake, or somewhere small? He stayed up all night thinking about it. Next morning, Mr. Easter woke up and stretched with a big yawn. Then he walked to his house to see Mr. Impossible. Where did you hide all the eggs? Asked Mr. Easter. Are there some in odd places? You'll see as your guests come, said Mr. Impossible. In no hurry at all, guests came, and Mr. Easter was so surprised. There was Mr. Strong, Mr. Tickle, Mr. Tall, and little Miss Tiny. Mr. Impossible hid the eggs in odd hiding spots. Mr. Strong found his egg under a huge rock. Mr. Tall found his egg in the sky in one of the clouds. Mr. Tickle found his egg in a wormhole, and little Miss Tiny found hers in the mouse hole. Everyone had found the Easter eggs that were hidden around Mr. Easter's garden. Well done, said Mr. Easter. You have found all the Easter eggs. Not quite, said little Miss Tiny. What do you mean? Asked Mr. Easter. Mr. Easter looked at the ground. All the Easter eggs have disappeared. That's odd, said Mr. Easter. We'll just have to re-find them. Mr. Easter's guests followed him everywhere, and everywhere they looked, they could not find them. Just then, a group of leaves fell from a tree. It was Mr. Impossible. Question, said Mr. Easter. Did you hide all the Easter eggs in the tree after my guests found them? Yes, said Mr. Impossible. Mr. Easter was amazed, but for one Easter egg hunt, he wished for much more easier hiding spots. It's a hunt. It's supposed to be hard, said Mr. Impossible. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the book. I will be planning more probably this week and the upcoming week, so please stay tuned for that. Well, I did create 2 new books. They are Mr. Adventure and the Magic Map and Mr. Men Trip to the Clouds that I'll be probably uploading in a while. Well, I already finished Mr. Adventure and the Magic Map, but I'm still working on Mr. Men Trip to the Clouds. I just created a couple of the pages yesterday, so please stay tuned for that. Please hit that like button, comment in the comment section below. Happy Easter, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!